Well, hi, what up, people? It's your boy Chig, and you are through to Chig Flicks, where I talk to you about the latest news, reviews about films, TV shows, Netflix shows, whatever, what have you. I'll review it. Now, as per usual, I've been slack doing reviews, but I actually have a plan for Chig Flicks. One of the plans is I've almost put the finishing touches on intro outro for this. So that's first things first. Secondly, I actually have a plan of what I'm going to review and how many things I'm going to review. First of all, I'm going to talk about Bulletproof, and I'll get into that in a second. Second of all, one of the things that I've been meaning to review for a while is the Bad Boys spin-off, LA Confidential. I'm about halfway through that at the moment, and I'm going to review that hopefully by the end of this weekend. Then I'm going to review a couple of movies, so you're getting content on content on content, just because I know I've neglected this channel. So apologies, but let me get straight into the Bulletproof review. So Sky One's Bulletproof, to be honest, I know people are going to be like, you really are obsessed with Bad Boys, but it's kind of true. It is the British TV version of Bad Boys. It stars Noel Clarke, who you would have known from Kidulthood, Adulthood. I think he had a brief role in Star Trek, one of the newer ones. He's a writer-director, British writer-director, actor, and he had acting and producing credits for this. And Asher D, better known as Ashley Walters. If you know him from his rap group, So Solid Crew, if you're an oldie like me, you'll know him from that. If you're kind of a newbie, you would have seen him in various different things, including Hustle, I think he was in Get Rich, Die Trying at one point as well, which is like, where did that come from? So two black British guys, starring in this particular thing. I'll be honest, it had my attention and I was curious. And I watched the first season of this. I'm about to review the second season. I watched the first season of this, and I was a bit like, it took me a while to kind of get into it. Like I liked it, but it took me a minute to get into it. Because the one thing that threw me, episode one, it was like, these lot wouldn't talk like that. Like you could tell that Nick Love wrote their lines, if that makes sense. I know he's the writer, so you're probably sat there thinking, oh, what are you talking about? Of course he'd write their lines. But it felt like he wrote their lines without really understanding what the characters were. I mentioned that to mention this. In season 2, that shit was ironed out. I don't know what they did, how they did it. Maybe Nick Love had a better understanding of who the characters were. Maybe Noel Clarke, who is a writer himself, probably had a little bit more influence on what they said. To me, I just found the whole season a lot more digestible. Keeping in mind, as I record this, it's 6:59. 10 minutes ago, I finished watching the 8th season. I banged this out like it was a Netflix show. I just kept saying to myself, all right, one more. But I kind of thought myself, well, I'm in isolation anyway. So I might as well, it's not like I've got work or whatever, so I might as well just keep watching them. And I must admit, I genuinely found myself really enjoying the show. I thought it was a good show. It was well paced, well acted. They brought some newbies on, a couple of new actresses on, who actually I thought were a lot better than the actresses in the first season, to be honest. I thought they acted it a lot better. I thought the whole thing was shot well. They had some big set pieces. You can tell they filmed in various different locations. I'm told they didn't just stick to London, so they filmed elsewhere as well. And you can kind of tell that they moved all out for this. And to me, I thought it paid off. There was a part where it kind of veered towards a different story. Like you could tell they had two distinct ideas for this season. And maybe they didn't necessarily want to lose the second idea. So in episode 6, you can kind of tell that they try and touch on that subject. And I thought to myself, it almost lost me, but actually not because it was bad, just because I was just like, well, where's this come from? So I still had some little gripes about it, but all in all, actually, I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Listen, for me, Noel Clarke and Ashley, I think they've got tremendous chemistry. To be fair, they had really good chemistry in the first season, but actually in the second season, I thought it was expanded and built upon. And one thing that I've kind of realized in the first, as I'm talking to you now, I'm just thinking to myself, what I enjoyed in the first season is what I noticed was I didn't really care for the show when Ashley or Nick Clarke wasn't on my screen. This was a lot better because actually all the cast played a good part and they all added something to the season. And to me, it was a much better improvement. If I had to give that first season a grade, I'd have given it a C, to be honest. This, a B, I thought it was really good. Still has a little bit of problems, but nowhere near the gaping holes that were in the first one. And for me, I think if you've got, obviously, let's be real here, we're all in isolation mode. If you've got Sky, if you've got Sky Q in particular, you have access to all 8 episodes, bang them out. It'll be worth it. It's genuinely, I thought, excellent. And I'm hoping and praying that they get commissioned for a third season because you never know. you never know with Sky. But to me, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I hope they get a third season. Let's see. Definitely recommended. Definitely go and watch. Let me know what you think after you've gone to see it. Obviously, if you're overseas and you're wondering what it is, I don't know. You're going to have to find it online. But I highly recommend it, especially if you want to know a little bit more about the UK and how they run things and stuff like that. So go find that. Go check it out. Please do stick a like on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this weekend, hopefully I would have finished LA Confidential, which is the Bad Boy spinoff. I'll review that. I know it came out in America ages ago, but listen, it's recently dropped here. So I'm trying to bang all those out as well. And so I'll review that. I'll review a couple of oldie films because obviously with everything that's happening with the coronavirus, new films have either been pushed back or cancelled or whatever. So what I'm going to do is just review any films I come across, essentially. So make sure you stay tuned on the channel. Drill that like button. Drill it because it does help. It helps the show get noticed. And as we grow and we move towards 200 subscribers, that's what I want to keep doing with this channel. I want to make it grow, adapt it. And at some point, you will see an intro, outro. So, and you will get a different feel as well, because I know at the moment it's very samey to the Guna Eagle Eye. And I want to make it feel different. So stay tuned for that one as well. All right. I'm out of here, guys. I'm about to get some sleep. Ain't that, Eddie? But take care. Enjoy your day, whatever you do. Cooped up in the house, I know. Take care. Peace.